The range you normally go to probably doesn't have the best mats to help you align everything properly, so it can be kind of difficult to get a good round of practice in. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the T-Claw Trainer Aid and showing you how you can use it to improve your game. So what we look for whenever we're testing it out was, over the years we've tried a bunch of different products like this and wanted to kind of compare it and see how it would stand up to the rest. So we want to be talking about what exactly it is, how can it improve your game, how it actually works, and I'm going to share my honest thoughts about whether or not it's worth getting and the cheapest place to pick it up. So before we get started, I want to just mention our gear giveaway. If you want to enter in, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment giveaway down below. Do those three things and be automatically entered. So let's start off by talking about what the T-Claw actually is. So the T-Claw, it's a training aid that comes with 4 claws and 5 lanyards. All you have to do is simply attach the 2 claws together using a lanyard and then attach the claws to the ground. So the lanyards are going to help you with alignment and the claws are going to actually let you hit off real tees instead of those crappy rubber ones. So you can use it to work on your long game, short game, and even putting. And it's designed to attach to artificial turf like most of the driving range do have, but you can use it on real grass as well. I've seen products like this out there that let you use real tees on the range, but they don't really have any other benefits, like you can only use it for that. Whereas this has lanyards to work on your alignment at the same time. You also don't have to carry around like alignment sticks, which can take up a lot of room or break pretty easily. I've gone through quite a few of them myself, but you can use the T-Claw to work on anything you want. So it could be like club alignment, stands, where you make impact, like targets, all that kind of stuff. And then you can use whatever size of tee you want, whether it's for drivers, woods, or irons. But overall, it's been an awesome thing to have, and I highly recommend you grab one if you haven't already done so, and if you do go to the range often especially. So what exactly does it help with? So like I was saying before, you can use it to work on a wide range of things. It's built much better than other real tee products out there, and it's much more versatile than alignment sticks. You can hit like the claw and it's not going to break. The main thing I always use it for is aligning with my target. So the range I normally go to, it doesn't have alignment lines on the mat, so it can sometimes be a little bit difficult to visualize where like straight is, and then also angles as well, so it does throw you off. But all you have to do is figure out where straight is and set up 2 claws and a lanyard. The second thing I use them for is aligning my feet. So I always struggle with this and had a tough time lining up my feet parallel to where the club was aiming. I used to aim my feet at the target instead of having them parallel. So this really helped me figure that out. But just by having those 2 lines, it made things so much easier, and I did hit more greens and fairways because of it. You can also use it to figure out where you want the ball in your stance. And then I also like to use it for practicing putting as well. So what I'll do is I'll set 2 claws about 6 feet in front of me, and then I'll try to get the ball between them. So just by doing that, it's really helped me dial in my short game. You can use it for chipping as well, where if you want to set up on the green and then chip to it, that's really going to help you dial in your short game. It's worked a lot for me, and I think it could benefit you as well. So how do you actually use it? So the first thing you want to do is you want to attach a lanyard to 2 claws. It's a little bit tough to get them on, but it's going to make sure they don't come apart. You're then going to have a straight line that you can then attach to the ground. All you have to do is place one of the claws where you want your tee to go, and then the other one so it aligns to your target. You can then take the remaining 2 claws and do the exact same. So I like to use the second line for showing me where my feet should go and where they should be aimed. As long as I'm able to set up and be aligned properly, I'm going to have a way higher chance of getting the ball where I want it to go. You can also use the second lanyard to show you where the ball should be placed in your stance. I do find this really helpful as well. And what I would recommend you do is get 2 boxes of the T-Claws so you can have double the claws and double the lanyards. You can also have a line for your club face, a line for your feet, and another one for your ball position. I also really like to have 2 lines set up on either side of the ball when I'm practicing putting. That's going to make sure I'm making contact in the center of the putter, and that's going to help with consistency. I also place 2 T-Claws ahead of me, and then my only job is to place the ball between them. But like I said before, this really helped me on my putting as well as my chipping, but it's one of the best things because it works on all aspects of your game. You can work on your long game, your short game, your putting, pretty much anything. They're so small and compact, and they aren't that expensive either. They're reasonably affordable. And I do use mine all the time, but let's jump over to some pros and cons. So pros, the value you get for the price can't be beaten. You can work on different parts of your game. It's easy to pack around, and it's not going to take up much of your space. Cons, the claws are plastic and will break if you hit them too hard or too often. They are pretty good. I've hit mine a number of times and they've stood up pretty well. The lanyards will also snap if you do hit them or stretch them too much. And you're gonna need 2 boxes in my opinion to get the full benefits, but even by starting with 1, it can definitely help you out a lot. Just by getting the basics dialed in, it's gonna help you improve your scores. But overall, the T-Claw has become one of my favorite trainers on the market just because it's cheap and it actually does work. It's going to help keep things simple and it's going to help you work on the basic, which a lot of devices don't actually do. But if you can master the basics like alignment, positioning, that kind of thing, then there's really no reason why you shouldn't lower your scores. I do take the claw everywhere I go and I always use it at the range or before my round. If you don't practice much, then you're probably not going to get much benefit out of it. Kind of obvious, but if you spend a good amount of time practicing and you actually want to get better, then I would highly recommend you grab one for yourself and then you can thank me later. But if you would like to see more images or demos or reviews or pick them up for the lowest price available, click the link in the description down below. At the time of making this video, that was the cheapest place I could find it, so you can go and check out the current price if you want. And if you do have any questions, just simply leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But if you haven't already watched and commented on our latest video, click the video card to the left and get yourself another entry into our golf giveaway.